Baby! Pacers win. Pacers win. I mean, honestly, I'm so drained. I had the most ridiculous reaction. I put it on my TikTok and all my socials. I'll post that in here because Pacers, baby! Pacers! That's what I'm talking about, Halpern! That's what I'm talking about! You stick with it, baby! You believe in yourself in life! That's what I'm talking about! We stay fighting. Terrible first half. We look ourselves in the mirror. We take responsibility. We go out there. Nemhard, incredible, brother. Incredible. Oh my God, you are the best player in the game, and you hold us in there. ISO, ISO, ISO. Pascal Siakam, incredible. Miles Turner, way to go. Obi Toppin, worst first half I've ever seen of any player in the history of freaking basketball. And you keep your mind right, and you go in there, and you hit some big threes. Thomas Bryant with the bucket. Oh God, McConnell. Tough buckets. That's what we do, guys. Incredible way to team win. I love this team. I love this team. I mean, this team. I freaking love this team. Wow. All right. Game 2. Here we go. Got to stay competitive. Got to watch more tape. We understand they have an active hands, incredible fan base, best player in the world. There's a lot there. That OKC is incredible. Chet Horman or whatever his name is had the worst game I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he was absolutely terrible. So we know they're going to bring the net fight, but great first win. Wow. All right. Wow. What a game by the Indiana Pacers. I mean, roller coaster. We beat OKC game 1 at their place. We don't lead the entire game. Halliburton hits a game winner with 0.3. We take our first lead by 1 point at 0.3 seconds left. And then they inbounds the ball, don't score. Pacers win 101 or 111 to 110. Holy cow. Guys, I don't even know where to start with this team. I love this team. I love this team's fight. I mean, I got to start in the negative, then I get into the positive because I got to cover just my perspective of the first half and OKC, how they're dominating us, and then my perspective of the second half gets more positive. But, I mean, dude, I'm rocking and rolling right now. I got my freaking classic uni on. I got my Reggie Miller choke hat. I should probably be rocking my Beers by the Ivy hats. I just felt it today, man. I was wearing this jersey. I wore this jersey to work, man. I should have worn this jersey to work. I'm walking around Chicago. People were like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, dude, freaking Pacers. I told the guy at Declan's, which is a famous bar on Wells, I told him, the guy, like the door guy, and he goes, Pacers going to win today? I was like, damn right, the Pacers are going to win. He's like, after the game, you got to come get a beer. And I was like, all right. So I might have to do that, actually. But golly. All right, let's just recap. All right, number 1, Pacers, they came out so hot. OKC looked like the greatest defensive team I've seen since Bob Knight 1987 IU Hoosiers. I mean, that defensive ability that OKC had in terms of attacking the ball, I'm going to use the word ball carrier. I know it's a football term, but ball carrier like down low in the double teams out of nowhere was incredible. Their hands, it's like they all have 3 hands because they're so active with them and they're so accurate with their hands. I've never seen anything like that watching basketball. And, of course, I don't watch a lot of OKC basketball, as you can imagine, being a Pacer fan. I really just watch Pacer basketball. And, of course, I'll watch, the postseason. But, the East I thought was such more intense basketball. I was mainly watching the East and watching hockey. So I didn't watch much of OKC, but I heard about their tenacity, and I did watch some tape because I was making some videos on them. But I thought that was the greatest defensive half I've seen in a long time. And I thought the Pacers, we looked so pathetic. We looked like we didn't even believe that we should be there. I mean, we had so much fear. It was embarrassing. We were like little kids, like on a playground that are never swung before, and they're just scared to jump on the swing. I mean, it was utterly embarrassing effort across the board. I mean, so many people had their worst halves. I thought Obi Toppin had like the worst half I've ever seen anyone ever play, like 75 turnovers. I'll get to him more in a little second. Halliburton had no ability to attack whatsoever and was looking to pass. I mean, Naismith was just like a football player, no basketball player in him, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you ever played basketball with a football player, you're just like, they can't dribble, but they're like all power, and they just go nowhere against a real basketball player. I thought Miles Turner did decent. Siakam had a decent first half. TJ McConnell had a decent first half, but we just had no firepower, no gas. We didn't attack the rim at all. We just stuck around the perimeter. We had 1,000 turnovers, half stupid, like stupid as in like embarrassingly stupid, and just our ability to not understand how active hands this team is. OKC was like, do we even watch film, or did we just like wake up and decide we're gonna play in the NBA Finals? I mean, it was awe-striking. I mean, I made a video. I'll throw it in. I'll make another video for the first half reaction. Pacers down 12. That was embarrassing. Not the score, not the missed shots, not even the turnovers, because there were 700 turnovers. It was the fact that we acted like we don't belong, with zero guts, zero toughness. We were all fear, no gas. And that is embarrassing. Utterly embarrassing. Halliburton, to be a leader in these moments, you step up for your team by taking shots, and you stop looking around trying to get everyone else facilitating. You are the facilitator in tough moments. Number 2 thing that was embarrassing, our film study. Where's our film stuff? They crash the post. They have active hands. We can't play like we normally play. Ball in tight, catch it high, like Richard Jefferson's saying, shoot it high. Quick thought processing. We don't have it. We played absolutely terrible. We're only down 10. We'll see what happens. But the effort alone was pathetic, embarrassing, and that's not Pacer basketball. If it is, you guys should just go home, because this series is going to be over. I want to see heart. I want to see toughness. I want to see effort. I don't care about the score. And then we came out and we did exactly pretty much what I said in the video. I mean, literally. But one thing that we got to do, just I think what we learned from the first half, is we got to be fundamental basketball players. And people can knock TJ McConnell because he's not the most athletic guy in the world. But he keeps the ball close to his body, and he rarely gets the ball stolen from him. He does make some dumb passes every once in a while, like the one that he threw on the opposite. He was under the rim and he threw it to our basket and they got a dunk, right? He does make some of those plays, which are ridiculously terrible. But he normally has a great job fundamentals, and we need every single player to have that. And everyone. I mean, Siakam, the ball's got to be tighter to him, right? He started using his body in the second half. Naismith, ball's got to be tighter to him. All right, so now let's get into the good. Let's get into the good of this game. We came out second half, and we were still a little slow, and then we started going bucket for bucket. So the game pretty much stayed down 10 and 13 for the most part all the way through the third quarter, right? And I want to give a couple special shout-outs. Obi Toppin, for having such a terrible first half, to come out and hit 4-ish threes, I think it was an impressive sign of mental toughness. It was a sign of passion for the ability to compete. And I absolutely loved it. Because we a lot of those threes he had, there's no momentum going. No momentum. And him stepping up and making those shots, absolutely huge. I thought Miles Turner had some giant buckets. And we got down to 4 because of Miles Turner. Right? He had the bucket underneath. And then he had the step back, three-pointer bank. Incredible. Got us back in there. Another person I want to shout out, Mathurin. I think Mathurin needs to play more in this series. Mathurin's ability in that third quarter to attack kept us in the 10-point lead. He was one of those guys getting us buckets. We got to have him, I think, playing more minutes and attacking, using his athleticism. He also had an incredible block, and that was amazing. So then we move into the fourth quarter, right? Fourth quarter really belongs to one guy, and it's Nembhard, right? I know Naismith had a big 3. I know Siakam had some big shots. I'll get to Halliburton, don't worry. But Nembhard tonight showed unbelievable guts. I mean, that dude is an absolute baller. And the reason I love him so much is because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the perfect basketball player. The dude's filthy. He's incredible. He has no weaknesses. He's like, I think he's like the best in air layup close to the rim guy since, I want to say MJ, but I think like, Derrick Rose in his prime was pretty elite. There's been some other guys, but I mean, his ability, Kyrie Irving, like, there's some guys since Jordan, but just nonetheless, like his ability to do those acrobatic shots is flat out absolutely incredible. I mean, the guy's absolutely lethal. And for Nembhard to guard him one-on-one, that close, that tough, is incredible. And I'm not even going to get to his offense yet because I want to pause and say these two know each other because they both are from Canada. They've probably known each other since they were 10 years old. Maybe 12. But these two have known each other. You're from Canada. You're a top player, a basketball player in Canada. Yeah, you know who the other person is. These two have competed one-on-one, I'm sure, in a gym, call it 50 to 100 times. And I love that Nembhard's like, I'm not scared of this dude. This dude's like my brother. This guy's like my friend. I'm here to compete against him every single freaking possession. And that's what he did on the defensive side. On the offensive side, Halliburton, I don't know who told him to just literally, you're not going to be part of this game anymore. I've never seen that in an all-star, to be like, hey, you're an all-star player, just go sit in the corner. Your shooting guard is going to take over this game, who most people in America don't even know his name. Yeah, that guy, he's going to take over, and he did. He did. His crossover dribbles are just absolutely insane, and his mentality to attack, and that's driving the ball, and that is the step back three, was absolutely lethal, and I give him the game ball for his toughness, mentality, will to win, will to lead, will to not have fear on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. I mean, that step back three he had, between the legs, crossover, step back, hit, three, a thing of beauty. All right, so then that happened, and this is all off my dome, guys. This is my sports mind. I don't call it good, call it bad. I don't know if this is a good podcast or not, but we're rocking and rolling. And then, Shai Gilgeous on that last play, he 23 seconds left. He gets the ball. He does his move, right? He's on the left side. What is he like? He loves that, like, 10 to 15 footer fall away jumper where his hands are free and he's got really no one in his space. He gets to it. He does a fadeaway. Naismith, I believe, challenges him. Ball goes up in the air. We get a tip. Naismith comes back, grabs it, gives the Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin throws it to Halliburton. And Halliburton, with the presence of mind to get his head up, understand the situation, look to see the movements of people. Where are people moving? Where is the smartest lane to attack? And like a great cornerback that picks the ball off, you change field to return the ball. He sees everyone going down the lane like a perfect, like horses running, like waves moving. He cuts over the waves, creates some flow. And on one of the best defenders in the NBA, I believe it was Dart, he does a quick little pivot, gets a step, jumps up, elevates, high points the ball, lets the thing release with zero fear. I think he knew it was going in. Hits the rim. I think he was a little nervous, but then I think it was bouncing. And Pacers win. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's honestly ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know how to explain this team. I've never even been part of a team or been a fan of a team that has so many comebacks in a row. That was thrilling. I mean, I haven't had that much fun watching sports since probably my Penguins in 2016, 2017 back-to-back champs. That's incredible. I mean, I know I'm an Ohio State fan, went to IU, but Ohio State won. That was thrilling, but golly, something about basketball sometimes. Basketball's like such a great sport, and hockey's such a great sport. I think those are the two most like sports where your team wins or has a buzzer beater. It's like absolutely freaking bananas. Football's a little bit, you can kind of like, you're kind of, it's not ongoing, so it's a little bit different of a sport in terms of fan, rush and of adrenaline. Oh, guys. All right, I'm gonna beat after that one. That game was I was in it, man. I was absolutely in it. Wowzer. Yeah, so we got game two. Game two, I think we need to watch the tape, bring it back. We know. We'll just talk about OKC here in a second. I thought Chet Holmgren, I don't give a shit. You know, if you want me to know your name, then you play good on the freaking court. Because I thought he was absolutely terrible tonight. I mean, he got eaten alive by Miles Turner so many times down low. I mean, I really only remember hitting dunks. So he's got to play better. Shea's got to. It's hard to talk bad about him, but he's got to hit a couple more buckets down the stretch, right? And those are the points where your team really needs. But OKC's defense, I mean, the two guys that I didn't like going into this series as Pacers fans is freaking Alex Caruso and I don't know, something Stein, Frankenstein, whatever the hell his name is, the guy from the Knicks. You know, Caruso, the problem with him from a Pacer perspective is the fact that he's so damn competitive and such a fundamentally good basketball player. He's like TJ McConnell, but like way more skilled. So he'll get you like 10 points when your best players are off the bench, and that maintains leads. And his touch is just on the rim. He just got such good hand-eye coordination with his ability to flip the ball. You know, not an incredible shooter, but definitely a good shooter. And he's just a full-time package in terms of a six-man type player that is just lethal. You know, he's not, Manu Ginobili. He's not that. But damn, he's got that one step down from him. He's got that ability to just carry some points over and play tough D. That as a Pacer fan, it's like, oh, God, we're trying to get back in this lead, and this guy is, driving the ball, getting and ones, hitting shots, just playing tough across the board. And then Hartenstein, I think that's his name. Yeah, I thought he should have played more minutes. Honestly, he was playing better than Chet Holmgren. He should have played more minutes because that guy gets rebounds, played tough, had a few good buckets, had that dunk, had that and one. I mean, so Pacers got to do a better job getting freaking rebounds, man. Our ability to let up offensive rebounds this whole series has got to improve. It's got to improve. But bottom line, I just got to play tougher. I mean, Pacers just got to play a little tougher in that first half. But this was a giant win. I thought we were going to win game one. I felt good about winning game one. And we won game one. And what's crazy about it, we normally win game one because our speed. And we didn't win game one because our speed. We won game one because down the stretch, we were tougher. But we almost lost game one because we had zero toughness in the first half. We just became tougher. And that's what I love. And that's what I love. Our speed advantage may not be there. I don't remember getting any fast break points. So we'll see how that, progresses throughout the the series. But we're gonna need to have to score. We're gonna have to score in the half court here. Wow, it's to be dominated by a team and come back and win. It's just utterly mind blowing. And the best thing about this win is I'm on a beach volleyball team. And in downtown Chicago, it's on Oak Street Beach, which is the famous skyline of Chicago. It's the classic lake shore running path. It's absolutely beautiful. You're right, John Hancock's right there, that whole view. I skipped tonight's game to watch this game, and my entire team was just talking smack to me about skipping the game. And then we were losing, and I was like, oh God, I'm not gonna hear the end of this. I skipped a game and my team lost. Embarrassingly bad. But no. Pacers won. My volleyball team won. And then everyone in the group chat's like, oh, you got to be freaking out. Go Pacers. I'm like, fuck yeah, go Pacers, dude. Fuck yeah. All right, guys. I got to wrap this up. I got to edit the video and enjoy this win. I might even have to go get a beer from the guy from Declan's. With the guy from Declan's. I told him I would. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I got to call some people, too. All right, guys. Great win. Go Pacers. We got to keep our head up. Oh, yeah. We're talking about Cubs real quick. Cubs are on a dominating fashion. I mean, obviously, beers by Ivy. It's drinking beers in Wrigleyville. big time Chicago Cubs fan. And if you're a Cubs fan, Sports Chicago, promo code Beers by the Ivy. They sponsored the podcast. I appreciate all them. My hats are going in there. A little slow moving to get them in there, but my hats are going in there, so it's super cool. I've been selling some Beers by the Ivy hats recently, and that's been an absolute honor to have people buy those hats. But the Cubs are on a roll. Beat Washington, I believe, today. I didn't watch that game because I was watching the Pacers. Locked in left, right, and sideways on the Pacers. But, yeah, Cubs are on a roll. I'll definitely be talking about them more. I'm going to try to have Mick from Cubs Baseball Channel back on. I think Mick's the best guy in the entire Cubs media space. Cubs Baseball Channel and the daily uploads. Definitely check out his content. But, yeah, I plan to have him back on. So, all right, guys, appreciate it. Please follow me on socials. This thing's just getting going. Beers by the Ivy is one day going to be absolutely huge. I'm telling you right now. All right, guys, thanks. We'll talk soon. Peace.